Mm. Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well. I don't know where you are, but me, I'm still on the punishment of completing my dream. So that's why I have not yet shaved off my hair. But I believe today my goals will be complete. So right now, I don't know where you are personally, but I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I don't know where you have started your morning, but me, yes. Mm. Me, I've started my morning from somewhere. This is where I am. You can see the site. Yes, because I'm completing a certain goal somewhere. So I had to wake up very early in the morning and then shift to this place. But I hope you're all doing well. And you are putting your focus on the big prize, not on the small challenges that you face along your journey. Because some of you give up very fast. Some of you relent very fast. Some of you allow small challenges chase you away from what you deserve. Okay. Some of you allow small things get you off topic. Some of you become very emotional on small things, but it requires you to be a little bit very resilient. It requires you to be a little bit very consistent. It requires you to be a little bit persistent, and it requires you to believe in yourself. It is important to understand that the challenges you face along your journey are responsible to the proof that you deserve the results you are seeking. Now, first and foremost, before I get started, recently, Binance has declared to delist some few coins from its list. Okay, make sure in the group where you are, the link has been shared. Yes, good morning, Leader Doris Great, joining us from Netherlands. Yes, good morning, Julio K. Good morning, Chami. Yes, good morning, Achidri. Good morning, Chami. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to discuss about coins that were delisted, that are said to be delisted by Royal Q. Okay. Make sure in the group you are in, the link has been shared. Make sure the group you are in, the link has been shared. Okay, let me discuss the listing of coins. Are we ready to learn? Are we ready to learn? Give me one in the chat if you are ready to learn. I want to take a few minutes because then I let in another person to speak. Are you ready to learn? Okay. Now let me talk about the listing of coins because it looks to be a very big challenge to most of the people, and many are taking it personally. But let me discuss it. Number one, what causes the listing of coins by an exchange? Now, most of you, there are things that you don't pay. Okay, you are right not to pay close attention. But let's go to coin market cap. And this is Mesari, this is coin market cap. And look at this coin called Acropolis. Acro, I think it's this one. Mhm. Okay, let me start with the W. This one's a little bit confusing. Let me start with WRX. Wazirax. Okay. Now, this is the coin. It's going to be delisted by Binance. And let's just go straight to markets. Now, you go to markets and you find that this coin, uh, it was in Binance and it had a high volume of 32.68 million. And it is in KuCoin, it is in Get.io, it is in Batmart. Okay, then let's look for Acropolis. We'll go. Now I need to be sure about the ticker name. Let me just go to community here and I see if I would be able to. I don't know which one is of the two is right, but let me see. Mm. Binance, they decided to delist and cease a trading on the spot pair. Uh, of Kernel Labs, in brackets Acro, formerly known as Acropolis. Mhm. Mm. So here I'm just trying to, okay, these are the details. Binance to delist Acro bills. Let me remove the dark mode and also increase the light because I'm not able to see. Okay, now it's clear. So it's delisting Acro on the 25th of December. That is the date. Uh, Now I'm just following the details about the coin. Acro attention equal to Acon Farm. They moved 700 million new tokens today. Today, you see the movement of 700 million new tokens from Sudusi address, but there is no panic. Everything is going according to unlock plan. So before you start uh, becoming scared about Acro, remove and delete Binance, playing with us, buy and hold. Acro, big news coming. Acro, big news coming soon. For that will make the price go beyond belief and push it to the top 100 token. Now, mm, Now, let's go and find the token on the exchange here. Now, this is the token. And the token looks like it is changing the name. The token is rebranding itself. Okay. Looks like the token is rebranding itself. Okay. The token is rebranding in this self. Now, also understand that along the journey, some people will become negative about the project. So you should not worry. So here I'm just trying to do what we call looking at the fundamentals. I'm just digging deep to look at the fundamentals. But vis-a-vis, you can also go here in Binance and we come on home. Then we come on announcement. Okay. Because they'll always give you announcement. Latest on Binance. Huh? I'm just finding, but this looks like too much. Let me come straight to the listing. Okay. This is the announcement. For this one, here the pairs are different. So I'll still go back. The announcement, I think, is not yet here. Where is it? Now things are many. But this is what I would advise. Okay, it is here finally. I've seen it. Uh-huh. So these are the reasons Binance will always delist any coin because of the commitment of the project, the level and the quality of development activity, the trading volume and liquidity, the stability and safety, the network and smart contracts, level of public communication, responsiveness to periodic due diligence requests, evidence of unethical and fraud contact, new regulatory requirements. So Binance will always have its own reasons as to why they are delisting a coin. Now you see that this coin called Acro was called Acropolis, but it is rebranding itself into Kano, K-O-N, but still keep the ticker name of Acro. So Acro is saying it will delist pairs of Acro stock USDT, Belize stock BTC, Belize stock USDT, and WRX stock USDT as those pairs. And they go into details to explain. Now, what would I do if I was having this coin? Okay, number one, it's not financial device. Number one, this coin will be delisted on 25th. Okay, so what you would do, wait up to around 24th. Do not do anything on the coin. From now, 19th to 24th, if this coin is trying to get a recovery phase, you will see the coin pumping up again. When it pumps, sell. If it doesn't on 24th, that is when you will go to Royal Q and migrate the coin. Give me a one in the chat if I'm clear. Give me a one in the chat if I'm clear. Give me a one in the chat. So don't fumble. Wait, don't do anything about the coin. The coin might pump. I'm not sure about what I'm saying because I don't control the market. But the coin might pump like it has been happening. I'm using my personal experience. Like it has been happening in the past, the coin might pump. But if the coin doesn't pump, I still call you to, you will now migrate the coin. You go to the coin, you tap on migrate, the Royal Key will show you different exchanges where the coin can be accessed, migrate it to that code, to that. So download the exchange, do API binding, migrate the coin to the exchange. Then you go to your wallet and transfer the coin direct from Binance to that exchange. That's what you need to do. Okay. Now, Coach Musa is already in the house. I don't want to take much more time. But right now on the list, don't do anything, okay? Wait to fumble. Wait to get worried, okay? Wait to fumble, wait to get worried. This one says WRX, no exchange is accepting. Let me confirm. Just a minute. What do you mean? No, it cannot give me migrate. But let me go to CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap. You know, sometimes, but you don't need to migrate now. Let me look at WazirX here. So WRX, market, markets, 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 markets. Okay. So the coin is on Get.io and KuCoin. The coin is on Get.io and KuCoin. So let's go to Royalty. Which exchanges do we have here? Before I forget. We have Get.io and we have KuCoin. So you can transfer to these two, but don't do it now. The coins will be listed on 25th. Give it these coins some time. When they pump, please sell. The reason why I tell people to sell is this. Look here, guys. Look here. In Binance, this coin had a trading volume of $32 million. But in Get.io, it has a trading volume of 2.7 million. Am I trying to create sense? That's why I say wait for the coin to pump in Binance and sell it. Because where you are trying to transfer the coin, there is no high trading volume. Am I bringing sense and understanding? I don't know. Am I bringing sense and understanding? Where you're trying to take your coin, there is no trading volume. Okay? So wait for the coin to pump. Be calm. Wait for the coin to pump. When it pumps, sell. Sometimes you may find that you might need to lose some money. Okay? You might find that you need to lose some money. Don't get attached to a $10 loss, a $15 loss, a $20 loss, and start dying. My money, my Rossi, my $20 is going to die. My money, my $20. No, 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 no. Change your mindset. You can make that small profit on another trade. You know, sometimes some of you, you cry small tears. My money, my Rossi, my $20. When this coin pumps and you see you are losing like $10, sell. 20, sell. You'll make that profit on another trade somewhere. Stop dying on the coin. I love this coin. As if you are the creator. So I hope I'm clear. I have taken too much time because I saw it was no, converting. Converting doesn't work. Converting a coin to another coin doesn't work. How sure are you that that coin you are converting to will pump? So I don't believe that is a good analogy. So what I believe is to sell. Converting doesn't work. So when you convert, what happens? Wait for the coin to pump, find your loss. When the coin pumps, now be calm. But I believe, according to my experience, coins that are going to be delisted, in most cases, they pump. Okay? So let me invite Coach Musa to take over. Thank you, everybody. I hope you are doing well. I want to see you tomorrow. I may not be able to come back on this microphone once again. Simply because just to change for you your camera, I'm situated here and I'm just working on my goals a little bit. So I may not be able to come back on camera again, but I'm going to attend the meeting here with you. I'm still punishing myself. I think the punishment might go off either today or tomorrow morning. When I'm done with these two goals that I'm hitting, I usually love punishing myself either with the rubber band technique. I know most of you don't have these punishments. I have two punishments. One, I use what I call a rubber band technique. Two, I use another punishment. I do not shave off hair. And these beards, they itch me a lot and they remind me that I'm supposed to fulfill my goals. So I have two techniques. Either I use the rubber band technique. Rubber band technique helps me to be consistent. If I write something on my list and I don't do it, I get the rubber band, stretch it very hard, hit myself. I usually wear that rubber band on my waist here. So also I have two techniques. So this time I used my never cut off the hair and the beard until you complete the goal. So those are the two techniques I use to become consistent when I'm chasing my goal. Yes, the rubber band technique, or never shave off my hair and my beard. It itches me a lot and it reminds me not to rest until I get the goal done. Okay? Yeah, so but the rubber band technique is very good. Go and buy a rubber band, put it here on your hand. When you fail to hit your goal, when you fail to hit your target of the day, hit yourself high. It will always remind you how you are responsible for your success. Hey, I use those two, and I don't joke about them. So I wish you all the best. See you on Friday in Kampala, those that are around. Yes, even when I pick a trade and the market goes against me, I hit myself with a rubber band. Yes, I don't joke with living a better life. So let me invite Coach Musa to take over. I wish you all the best. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you very much, Leader Julius. A very good morning to you and to the team who are on this Zoom call. Yeah, I love that techniques, especially the hair. Someone you're talking about hair, you're talking about beard, so I don't know which hair you're meaning, but it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good techniques with the hair. Okay. So I hope everyone is fine. Without wasting any more time, I think let's dive in because we're already into time. And our meeting normally is supposed to be taking like 1.5 hours. So I don't know how we are going to squeeze this, but let's hope we shall dive into this, and then we complete it as I had prepared or wished to do. So allow me share my screen, and I think then we move on. And Friday, I think Friday is tomorrow, Leader Julius. So I don't know how your project will end by tomorrow morning and you make it to the venue, unless I thought the meeting is for Friday, right? Which is tomorrow.
I'm there. Yes. By today midnight, I'll be in Kampala.
Okay, I think I'll equally be there by by morning hours. I'll travel with the midnight bus. So yeah, we'll link up there. Okay. Let me share my screen. Correct. Okay, so I'm going to build up. We are going to build up on what we were looking at yesterday, and basically today we're going to strictly look at the trend line, and we're going to demonstrate that so much on the trading view. That's why you see me on the trading view. From yesterday, from the lesson we had yesterday, we said that the trend lines are actually a visual representation of support and resistance, where we said support and resistance basically refers to those different price levels, the different price levels where price regularly stops falling and it stops falling when it is moving in a particular direction. So they are actually those levels. When you see when you view on your chart, you will find specific price levels on the chart that appears to limit the market movement or the market range movement of a particular direction. You may find out that the price was on the verge of an uptrend, then it stops at some point and then makes a U-turn. Or it was on the verge of a downtrend and then stops at specific point within the chart and then it makes a U-turn and begins moving to the uptrend. So the support and resistance are just basically those price levels which will limit the movement of the price towards that intended direction, which it were actually making or which it was actually making. So, and with the support basically being that price level where the price regularly stops falling and then bounces back up, right? And then the resistance being the opposite, that price level on the chart where the price will normally stop rising and then dips back down. And we're going to demonstrate this on the chart, and we look at that. Now, as we talk about the trend lines or the support and resistance, they can be drawn in three different ways, or basically two ways. The first one is that it can be drawn sideways. Okay. Now with the sideways, just a minute, let me drop this. Just a minute. Okay. All right. So with the sideways, with the sideways trend lines, basically this indicates market in consolidation. It's a line drawn, especially in a consolidating market. Okay. And a consolidation or market consolidation, if we may know, just a reminder, like for those who were never in our classes, normally, we have what we call price delivery algorithm, which has about 4 stages. Now, the consolidation is that part or phase within the price delivery algorithm where traders, or what we call players, will be accumulating positions. Okay. So you find that in a consolidating market, there is no clear path in terms of direction. The market is neither moving in an uptrend nor in a downtrend. So it's just moving within a range. The price bounces within a specific price range. Now, if I may draw this just for purposes of our consumption, in a consolidating market, where we normally commonly draw our support and resistance, you may have about two scenarios. One, you may have a scenario where you have the price moving in this manner, okay? It appears as if it is having a downward movement. Then there is a change in direction. It has something like that, okay? Like that, okay? Then it has something like this, sorry, maybe that, okay? Then it changes direction. Now, in such a case, that is the first scenario. Now, the second scenario, we may just have something like this. We may have something like this. We may have the price moving in this manner, this, then this, then, maybe it stops around midway, stops midway, and it goes and touches, I think, that point. Then it comes down and touches on this. Then there is a failure, swing, and then it comes down again, and then it has that movement. Now, in these two scenarios, we may see a consolidating market in such a way that, let me see, if I do this, let me have this, just try to do this here, then we have this. Now, these two scenarios can give us what we call, can give us a clear picture of what we talk about when we are saying that the market is consolidation or is trading in a sideway. Here, if you try to draw, because now we have here, sorry, we have these key peaks, then we have these points, all right? Same applies to this, we have this peak, then we have these points. Now, these points almost appear to be on a similar level, right? Now, if we draw our trend line horizontally, when we are connecting the two key higher highs, we also join the two lower lows, okay? We may have a picture of what a consolidating market is. So, for example, if I touch this, tap this, and I draw there, then I also pick this, and I also connect this to that. Okay, let me just extend this. Okay, then I also do the same here. You can decide to connect this to that. And then I pick this and connect also this to this. So as we said, in a consolidating market, we don't have a clear direction of the market. It is neither in an uptrend, nor is it on a downtrend, but the price is just trading within a specific price range or price levels. And in which case, if we look at this, we may realize that this movement here appears like a downtrend. But in actual sense, it's not a downtrend. It has not really given us a clear, definite direction of a downtrend. It stopped around this point and then changed a direction. And then this also appeared like an uptrend. But there was only one break of structure, and then there was a change in the direction at this point. So you find that this kind of movement can happen for some time before the market price finally breaking above or below. Now, in the price delivery algorithm, the consolidation stage is the accumulation stage, where players are accumulating position. Thereafter, then you will have a breakout, either above that specific price level within which the price was trading, or below. Hey, baby. Just a moment. Mustafa. Baby. What can I do about? All right. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So a consolidating market can go for some time before the price actually breaking. Just a minute, guys. Hey, what mom? Mustafa. Anything, baby. Mustafa. Anything else that I put? What money now would put? Okay. All right. So the same scenario. Uthman. Ting. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's so busy. I can stop. Okay. Uthman. Okay. So the same scenario here. In this second scenario, we are seeing that there is no clear path in the terms of direction. The price is trading within this level and this level. So it is just trading within these two price range. Now, this as well can go for some time as players are accumulating position before. Finally, we can see a break of structure either above or below. All right. It's a key level or phase in the price delivery algorithm, without which the market may just be in consolidation forever, or there will be no volatility. And because there's no volatility, there's nothing that can be traded. So the volatility brings in the opportunities to trade. Okay. Now, when we talk about support and resistance, we are talking about this. When you talk about a resistance, we are talking about this other upper line which is actually stopping the price from moving or continuing in an uptrend or moving upwards. Then we talk about a support, we're talking about this other lower line, which is actually stopping the price from continuing to fall. All right. You realize that the price comes very well. Instead of continuing to fall, once it approaches this price level, there is a reversal to the upside. All right. In the same scenario, we are seeing here that in an attempt of coming down, it was again supported. So we have like a double support. Okay. So it is preventing the price from actually dropping or falling. Now, the same applies to the upper line. It's a resistance because it is actually rejecting the price from continuing to move up. The price attempts very well to rise, but on approaching it, it rejects the price, causing the market price to have a reversal. Same applies to this point. After building a little bit of a momentum, on approaching it, it again rejected the price from continuing to go up. So this can continue for some time until a momentum is built within the consolidation phase where players have accumulated enough of that asset ready to move the price towards the direction intended. Okay? So that is what a support and a resistance is. So any line you're going to draw above, okay, a price range, okay, that is projecting the price from continuing to go up becomes a resistance. And then any line you're going to draw connecting lower lows or swing lows, okay, below a price range is what you're going to refer to as a support. Okay. Now, if you look at this, there are basically two reasons why you would draw this support and resistance before we can go to the other one. That is the first phase. We said a sideways trend line is a line that you draw by either by connecting two or more higher highs and two or more lower lows. Okay. That is what we said a sideways trend line is. And definitely, because drawing this is very important, it helps you in the following ways. One, drawing a support and resistance in a consolidating market will enable you, number one, identify possible entry area or position in the market. All right? Because you have the concept that once the price approaches a support, there are two scenarios that are going to happen there. Either the market price is going to be supported, which will subsequently result into a change in the direction to the upside, or it will break below that support. And once it breaks that below that support, it's a confirmation of a downtrend. Once it is supported, it's a confirmation of either consolidation or an uptrend. And this is what I mean. It is going to help you determine where to enter from. That is the first instance. That's the first importance of doing a support and resistance. For example, if you know that at this point, for example, the price was supported and the price had a reversal and it went up. On approaching this resistance, it was rejected and now it is on the verge of coming down. As a trader, you can decide to set a preset price. You can decide to predetermine an entry point because you already know this is your support area. So as the price is approaching this support area, you can decide to look at what this price is on the chart and then set it as your preset, meaning your entry, right? That is the first instance. Second, you can decide to first of all wait for the price to reach this support, and if it is successfully supported, okay, where you're seeing there is a confirmation of a reversal, okay, and the confirmation of a reversal is brought about by a candle touching the support and then followed by another candle that will open and close above the support. That is what we call a confirmation candle. A confirmation candle would be a candle that will open and close above the support. Now, as a trader, you can decide to set this as a preset, or you will wait for the price to first touch your support and then confirm it through the confirmation candle. Then you can make your entry. All right? So that is the importance of drawing a support and resistance line. The second importance is drawing a support and resistance will also help you predetermine an exit point in the market. How? Remember, I'm going to build up on this scenario that you have already made a confirmation through the confirmation candle that has what? That has been formed. Now you've entered the market. Where to take your profit from or where to exit the market is going to determine by what your resistance level is or where your resistance level is. This is what I mean. If you made an entry here, all right, let's assume this is where you made an entry, okay? You will take profit not more than or not above or not more than where the resistance line is. So meaning probably this is where you're going to stop. This is actually the area you're most likely going to exit from. So it is going to give you a guidance because you know that as the market price begins rising, there is no likelihood that it is going to break above. You're not very sure. But at least what you're certain about is that this is a resistance area. So there's a possibility of the market price being rejected at that point. Okay? You're not yet very sure whether it will break above or it will break out, right? You're not yet very sure. But you are certain that that is the possible point where the price is going to experience or is going to face a rejection. So you may want to therefore enter from whatever point you have made entry from and then exit exactly within that resistance area or an area close to the resistance area. Because when we talk about resistance, we not necessarily just talk about a line. We're talking about an area, okay? It can also mean an area, not necessarily just a line. So if you're talking about an area, it means that the resistance area can even be a point, can even be up to around here, can even be the entire area here, like this. Okay? It can be like that. Or it may even come a little bit down here. Let me just do this. It may even be up maybe here, around there. Okay? It can be the entire area. So, okay? So when you talk about a resistance area, we are not necessarily talking about just a line. It can be an area. Okay? So meaning if you're taking off profit, you can decide to exactly take it up to that resistance line you've drawn or 3/4 from point of entry. So you measure 3/4 from point of entry and even maybe stop around here. Okay? You'll still be covered. So two things, support and resistance on the chart will help you identify the possible entry point. Okay? That is one. Two, it will also help you to identify the possible exit area or point in the market. Okay? And three, it is also going to help you identify the trend reversal possibilities. Okay? The trend reversal possibility. For example, if here we're having the market price, you know that this one here was appearing like it was an uptrend, a mini uptrend, right? Now, it will help you at least gauge where the price is most likely going to reverse, if at all it has been rejected successfully, right? So you know that it is going to come up, and then because it is approaching a resistance line or a resistance area, there's a likelihood that it may be rejected and then it will reverse. So it has at least helped you try to estimate the possible reversal area or point, right? As the market price is on that mini rise. Okay? Same applies to the downtrend. Because this appears to be like a mini downtrend, by you drawing your support line, okay, or a support area, in this case, if I may also do that, okay, you may have something like that as a support area. It may also help you to predetermine the possible reversal point or area in the market, because you know that the price is actually falling, and if it is successfully supported within this area, there's a likelihood that it is going to reverse and begin having an upward movement. Okay? So those are the three key reasons why it is very important for you to learn and know how to perfectly draw your support and resistance area or line on the chart. One, it will help you to identify trade entry opportunities in the market, where in which case trade entry opportunities happen in two scenarios. One, when the price is successfully supported, okay, and then a confirmation is made. Two, when the price breaks above a resistance and a confirmation is made. And the confirmation, as I said, happens when a candle opens and closes above. If a breakout happens here, let's say the market price breaks above the resistance, there has to be, because the candle that is going to build, that is going to cause the breakout, for it will do its work successfully. But then for us to prove that it is not a false breakout, it is a true breakout, and the market has really successfully broken out and it is ready to move in an uptrend, there has to be another candle that will open above and close above that resistance. It will confirm that the price is ready to rally up. Those are the two scenarios. So the entry points are two. One, when a breakout has happened and then there's a confirmation. Two, when the price has been successfully supported and then there is a confirmation. So the candle comes, closes here, another one opens, closes above the support. It is good enough for you to know that the price has been successfully supported. So it is ready to move in the uptrend. So that is the first instance. Second, we said it helps you to identify the possible exit areas, or where you're supposed to where you're supposed to actually pick your take profit from or at. Okay, because you cannot just set any take profit percentage. You must know why you're setting and what is giving you that, the confidence to set that particular take profit. You don't just put any figure, 2%, 3%. There has to be something that is backing up your decision. And the backup of your decision will be dependent on how you have drawn your resistance line, because you know that from whatever point you're going to enter from, there has to be an exit point, which is an area closer to the resistance area or exactly at the resistance line. Okay? So that's the second importance. The third one is it will also help you identify possible price reversal points. Now, here is the thing. When you're drawing this support and resistance, most of the times, now this one, I may not dictate, and no one dictates this. We have different players in different time frames. Particularly like myself, I love the 15 minutes time frame, and then the 1 hour time frame. But majorly, I love trading within the 15. I love making entry or looking out for entry opportunities within the 15 minutes time frame. But I can draw my support and resistance within the higher time frame, like 1 hour. On rare occasion, 4 hours. That is me. You can also choose your time frame. You can choose for yourself a reliable time frame. Now, the more you choose a particular time frame and you make it you acquaint yourself with it, it makes it more easier for you to make a trade decision. But if you're not even very sure on the time frame you're supposed to make entry in or to analyze your market in, the hard it becomes for you. It will really not make sense for you, So you should have at least two time frames. One for having a bigger picture of how the market is faring, and then two, looking out for entry opportunities. As I said, I love 1 hour for analysis, and then entry opportunities within 15 minutes. You can decide to choose 4 hours for your general outlook of the market, and then maybe 1 hour for your entry. It is up to you. There, it is completely at will. Okay? There's no specific time frame which can be recommended. You do this now. Everyone can develop their own. Just like I said yesterday, that you can also decide to choose a technical analysis tool that you can base on and then perfect. You can learn very many, but then choose those specific ones which you find yourself comfortable with, and then you perfect them. Okay? Okay, so are we still okay up to this point? Are we still okay up to this point? Okay, up to this point. If you're still okay, let me see a 1 on the chat. If you're still following, just a 1 on the chat. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I hope it is making sense. I hope it is making sense. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So now let's go back. So that is the sideways trend line. Now remember, when you're drawing this sideways trend line or the horizontal trend lines connecting your higher highs and higher lower lows, you can decide to do that prior to market analysis. Or you can decide to draw this and then wait. If you don't see a trading opportunity, even after having drawn your trend line, please don't force it. Don't just enter the market. No, wait for when a trading opportunity prevails. Please, you can draw these lines prior. And if a time comes, or at that particular time you are doing your analysis, you don't find any trade entry opportunity, please relax. There are really times within the day or in the course of the night, where you go into the market and the market is not making sense at all. Everything is just not it is not just coming out. The market is just in consolidation. And the trickiest market to trade in is a consolidating market if you're not so good. Because at that point, once traders have accumulated enough position, the market can go in any direction. You may realize that the price has been consolidating for some time. You can see it really, it is moving about and in between some specific price level. And before you know it, you may think that on touching here and reversing, it is going to come. After touching this point, you may think that on reversing, it will be supported here. Then it has a reversal like this. But before you know it, this resistance here or this rejection at this point may bring about the market price going completely below the support and dumping seriously against you. Okay? You are not very sure. So a consolidating market is the most tricky. However, if it plays out in your favor, that the price moves about in consolidation for some time, and then finally, maybe it gets supported here, and this time it builds enough momentum, and then it breaks above, okay? Then it retests. and then continues, then it is better for you as a sports trader because that is what everyone else will be looking out for. But in a consolidating market, it's hard. But once a breakout happens, it's the best because at least now you're very clear about what the direction of the market is most likely going to be. Okay? So it's the hardest to trade in. However, you can draw the support and resistance line. Okay? You can draw them prior and see how the price is faring. Okay? Now, I'm going to come here. Let me try to demonstrate it. Let's come on the real chart. So when you're drawing this horizontal trend lines, these are the things, the steps you follow. Number one, identify where your price is. Okay? And in this case, this is where our price is. This is the price, the current price, right? The OM coin is trading at 4.0655. That is the current price. Now, we want to establish where our first resistance point or area is most likely going to be. Now, to do that, we are going to make reference to the price. We shall slightly look up and then identify the most recent high that was registered. The most recent high. A highest price level more than the current price. What is it? Okay, sorry. Okay, so you guys will just have to forgive me. Sometimes having, kids who are so fond of you, they will always want to be around. They interrupt a lot. And when you're never informed, so just bear with me. And as long as we are picking up what we are doing. So I was saying that when you draw, the best way of drawing, the best strategy of drawing, establishing this support and resistance, okay, before you actually begin your analysis, I am on the 1 hour time frame. So the first thing you need to do is identify where your current price is. Then you draw your first resistance by making reference to the current price. Now, to draw the first resistance, look at the most recent high, the highest price registered so far in the course of this movement with reference to your current price. So you're going to look at a point, at a peak which is higher than your price. That becomes your first resistance line or resistance area. Now, in this case, I'm going to begin with the resistance line. So here, what we're going to do, if we are to draw our first resistance, this is where our price is. Now we're going to look slightly up and then go back in history because we want to base on the previous data to help us gauge what the future movement will be like. So let's first establish those lines to ascertain where the possible resistance areas are. So here, when you look here, the first price, the first highest price registered with reference to your current price will be this point, right? So in simple terms, just pick your horizontal line or horizontal ray. Now, the horizontal ray is good, but the horizontal ray will only pick up from where you've placed it, and then it runs towards where the price line is. But the horizontal ray will even take you back in history so that later on, if you want to monitor, you want to really be very sure if the point you have selected has been a point that has been actually has been a point that was being respected. That price action was respecting so much in history. It will help you do that, right? So the best thing is to use the horizontal ray. So if you pick your horizontal ray, you're just going to put at the tip or at the high of that longest candle. In this case, the longest candle is the green candle. So we are going to put this line on the high of that green candle. I hope we are seeing this. All right. The longest candle is this. Where is my annotation? Where's my annotation? Okay. There it is. So the longest candle here is the green candle. So we are going to put our line at the high of that candle. So I'll pick my horizontal line there, and then I put exactly there. Okay. Okay, I'll put it as a line, and then I increase the pixel. So there it is. So that is our first resistance with reference to the current price. So we now know that if, or should this market price rise, we are at least sure that this is the point it is most likely going to encounter a resistance. Okay? So if you're a trader who wanted to enter this point at current price, you will simply measure the distance or the percentage from this point all the way to that point. And that is the take profit you're going to set on your robot. Okay? Because you're not going to go beyond that because you're not very sure whether it will break out. Okay? But at least you're very sure it is most likely going to be rejected. It's an area of action. It's an area that price action is going to react to. And the reaction will be in two ways. Either it will cause a rejection. It will cause a rejection to this rising market price, or it will actually successfully break above. But because you're not very sure about the successful breakout, you just want to first of all get out. Take whatever you're going to take and wait for what happens next. Okay? So that is the first resistance. Now, the second resistance is in reference to when it successfully breaks out. Where is it most likely going to again have a stop over? Okay? If it successfully breaks above this resistance, where is it most likely going to encounter the next resistance? That is what we want to look out for. That is where we are going to draw our second resistance. Now, in this case, to draw the second resistance, we make reference to the first resistance, okay? Still, we are basing on the previous data. So this is our first resistance. So we're going to look up slightly and go back in history. The first point we're going to encounter that is above this first resistance becomes our second resistance. So let's go. Let's just go back slightly and reduce this. Here we are. So we're going to come here, and this is it. So this one will be our second resistance because it is the highest price registered so far. If you can see that the price rose here, then came down, then got this one, then had a downward movement. So before the breakout structure below, there was this price registered, the highest price registered. So we are going to pick our horizontal line and then put at the high of that longest candle there. So that is our second resistance, ladies and gentlemen. The third resistance will be in reference to the second resistance, which we may not have to really go very far. We'll just look at this point. You see here? That is our third resistance. So we shall pick that and then put just right up there. There we are. We are done. The three are enough. Okay? So now you know the three key areas where the price may possibly encounter a rejection. Should it continue or should it continue to go up? Those are the possible points. So you know that this is most likely what is going to happen should the market price go in an upward movement. So you know that if it successfully comes and breaks this, it is going to encounter a rejection at the second resistance, meaning it will have to come and retest, build momentum to go and break out. And if it breaks out the second resistance, the third resistance is the next destination of a stopover. And that will continue for as long as it is on an uptrend, okay? Until a point is going to reach where a reversal will be registered. So that is the first instance. Now, we want to draw our support. Now, to draw our support, we are going to make reference to our current price, and we look at the most recent low that was registered in the course of with reference to our current price. So here, what we're basically going to do is we're going to come down. We're going to come down, make reference to our current price. Just a minute. Let me look out for my annotation, my writing. Where is it? Wow. Where is it? Okay, it is here. So we're going to make reference to our current price. Simply look down and draw our first support. So we're going to look out for a point where there was a U-turn. There was a V formed. So the price was coming down, then there was a change in direction. So we want to look at this edge, the V-shaped formed with reference to our current price. So when you look at this point and we come down, this becomes the first point we are going to encounter, right? So basically pick this, put it there. There you are. So we put it there, right? And then we're going to draw the second one. The second one is, so this is what we call the major support. We're going to look on that when we go to a lower time frame, we're going to have some mini support and resistance. So those are the ones that will guide us to take small take profit as we build up for the bigger take profit, right? Those are the areas where we're going to see that this is where we're going to set our margin call drop. The first one will be this, the second one will be this, like that. So that is what we're going to look at in the next phase. So that is the first support. Now we want to look out for the second support. So we're going to make reference to the first support. Okay, so this becomes our reference point. So we're going to look down, look back in history. We want to identify another V, the edge of another V shape. So let's come down. Ladies and gentlemen, you see how this is very important. The support has been respected severally. This support line has been always respected severally. Okay, if you can see here, it supported the price here, supported the price.
Is it me who can no longer hear you? Is it me who can no longer hear him? I think he's offline. But are we running? 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 You know, people say crypto ambassador is done. What are you talking about? Do you know where we came from? It is said that we have originated from, we are the aliens. Yes, we are the aliens. So don't joke with us. We are the aliens. If you have never seen an alien, we the crypto ambassadors, we are the alien of cryptocurrency. Yes, we are the aliens of crypto. This one says we are the crypto aliens. Yes, we change everything in cryptocurrency. Yeah, this one, no, this one came in the car. Yeah, this hat came in the car. This hat came in the car. But we will tell you when you will get out of floating loss. It will be only available tomorrow on the event. If you are in floating loss and you want this, whether it is Akuro that's going to be delisted, whether it is WRX, it will tell you when that coin will pump. So make sure tomorrow you don't miss the what? Yeah, make sure you don't miss the event tomorrow. You are yeah, it came. Yeah, it came in the car. This one says, huh? Yeah, it came. You are booking it. You must be at least a V2. Coach Musa is back. Take over, sir.
Yeah, sorry for that. Sometimes my phone is very busy, even when I block. I have some specific lines that I normally want to use, but still people know. Okay, let's go back. Let's just get back there. It's something I was actually building up on. Let me share my screen. Okay, so we were drawing our second support with reference to the current support. So we said this would be our second support, right? This is our second support. We shall draw it there. And our third support definitely is where the yellow line is, obviously. Okay, that is what we call the worst case scenario in case it really dumps, and that is where we know, I've marked it in yellow because I said, now this is where if it goes below this, that means the market is really bearish. Okay, so let's go back. Let's come back to our, so here we are. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our 3 key support and 3 key resistance lines. Okay. Now, I needed to, just like I said, the line, when you talk about support or resistance, we don't necessarily mean a line. You also mean an area. So meaning, if you look at this, I just want to give you a hint. If you want to draw a support area, when you're drawing a support line, a resistance line, for example, we have identified this as being the longest candle, right? The green candle being the longest candle. And we have put our resistance line at the high of that longest candle, right? Now, if you want to establish a support area, simply connect the close of the green candle and its high. It will give you what we call a resistance area. This is what I mean. Connect, Coach Musa talked about the anatomy of a candle. The high, the close, the open, those. Now, when I talk about a resistance area, you want to draw a resistance area other than a line. This one is a line, but we want to establish a resistance area. I'm just going to only use one as an example. So we want to establish a resistance area. We are going to identify the candle with the longest candle. Then we connect the high of that candle and the close. Because it is a green candle, so we're going to connect the close of the green candle to the high. All of that stretch or range becomes the resistance area. So let's do that. And we see. Just pick this and then put it up there, then bring it down here. Top. So you have a resistance area. Okay. So you may want to extend it to the left. So just tap there, come to these 3 icons. I hope I'm not quick. Okay, this is what I mean. So you want to extend it. Okay. You want to extend it this side. So you've just you've just connected the high to the close. So you want to extend it here so that you also go and view if at all price action has been respecting your resistance area. You want to just see how the candles were playing around when they approach the resistance area. So you want to extend it to the left. So you will tap on that rectangle, okay, like that. Then you just tap on these 3 dots. That is the settings icon. Then you come down and tap on settings, okay, there. And then you come to style, okay, all right, style. And then you say extend to the left, because we had only extended to the right where the price line is. So we want to also push it, let it run horizontally towards the left, right? So we just tap there and tick it. Then we say, okay, and then we are good. So you see it is a resistance area. There we are. So you see, like for this case here, the wick of this candle had to dip within the resistance area, within, so where is my, is this writing thing here? Yeah, sometimes it disappears. Okay. 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 So you see here, in this case, that this is our resistance area. But in this case, because the candle is above it, it is acting as a support at that point, right? Yeah, it is acting as a support. Every resistance line, once the candle goes above it, it changes, it ceases to be a resistance line or an area. It now becomes a support area. Okay. Same applies to a support. Once the price was supporting it, and then it goes above, and it goes below the support, the line or the area ceases to be a support, but rather changes to become known as a resistance line or area. So in this case, what we're looking at as a resistance area, in this scenario, it is acting as a support area. So indeed here, you see that this candle here, the wick of this candle, didn't only touch the support line, but it dipped within the support area. Okay, it is within the support area. Yeah, so basically that's that. That is if you want to use an area. If you want to use a line, well and good. If you want to just, have a bigger picture by using an area, well and good. That's why I said, if you're taking profit, you can take 3/4, because when you cover 3/4 of the take profit, that means at least you have taken your take profit to an area closer to the resistance area, because sometimes it may really not go and touch your resistance line, but it can stop within an area. Okay, so that's basically that. Now, let me go to a lower time frame, 15 minutes. I've analyzed my market, higher time frame. Now I have drawn my major support and major resistance. Now I'm looking out for entry opportunities within a lower time frame, which is 15 and my favorite. Now, when you come to the 15 minutes time frame, you're going to do two things. You have to draw or identify a mini resistance with regards to your current price, and then also identify the mini support. The mini support will help you establish the margin call drops. The mini resistance will help you identify those small take profit percentages. I repeat, when you go to a lower time frame, you're doing two things. You're identifying the mini resistance and a mini support. Then two, the mini support will help you establish your margin call drop, and then the mini resistance will enable you identify small TP, the 1.3%, the 1.5, the 1%. If you want to take up those. Because in the higher time frame, it just gives you the bigger picture of the take profit, but it doesn't give you what is happening within the smaller time frame as it is building up for that bigger take profit. Okay, so by doing this, it will help you too. In the higher time frame, sometimes you will make entry. For those who love current price signals, you will enter at current price, but you will see some fluctuation in the prices. Okay, it will dip a little by 0.5 or even 1% before building up or picking up again. So those 1% drop or 0.5% drop, you will visibly see them in the smaller time frame if you identify them by establishing that mini support. All right, I hope it is clear. Now let's do that. So let's identify our mini support and mini resistance if at all they're there. So in this case, just come here. Our first mini support is this. I don't know whether we can all see. Remember, the rule is make reference to the current price when you're doing the first support or first resistance. So here, in this case, this can be my first mini support, because the price came up, then there was this, now it is building up for that. So that means this is my mini, this is my mini support. This. There. Now I'm going to put this with the dotted line. Okay? So it means that if I decide to enter at current price, I will not forget the fact that maybe it may dip. So I'll measure to this point, 0.99. Margin call drop for the first call. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm doing here, you may have your own ways of doing it. Okay? And at some point, sometimes, if you see, I see Leader Julius dropping signals and then giving you the opportunity and flexibility of establishing your own margin call drops. But in general, he may just write in the signal that give up to 5% drop. Now, how you're going to distribute those margin call drops is entirely dependent on you. But one of the ways in which you can do that, and if you know how to do that, that is if you grasp the concept of what we're trying to share, okay, of support and resistance, you can use this. You can measure using this. Just measure. Measure and determine how much percentage is going to be the margin call drop for the first call, how much will be for the second call. Though, for simplicity, in most cases, we tend to give it as a general thing. We just say, okay, first call, just put this. Second call, just put this. Third call, just put this. Just, a general picture so that it appears easier. Because if we were to tell everyone to do like this, like what I'm trying to show you, very many people will now begin taking trading as something very difficult. And some may even decide to quit that. This is too much. They told us Royal Q is for free. The Royal Q does it for us automatically. Yes, it does. But as I always say, for me, Royal Q is one thing. But how you're going to manipulate Royal Q, how you're going to manipulate the parameters, that is the multiple buying ratio, and then the margin call drop, will determine how much you're going to make from Royal Q or how much you make with the Royal Q, because that's where the secret lies. Just like I said yesterday, it is not how much capital you're going to use to make the first entry, but how much are you going to be willing to buy as the market price goes against you, as you're establishing your different margin call drops. At how much of the calls do you want to buy at different price level as the price is dipping? That is where the secret is. That is where the magic of the profit is. Huh? Okay, so I hope that is clear, please. I hope that is clear. Now, this is a margin call drop for the first. You can say that is the first, okay, and then you can decide to look out for the second. Now, for the second one, for someone who has an eagle eye, to me, I look at this as also another one. See this area? Can be another important support, a mini support area. Let's try to do that and we see, and we prove if it is. So we have that. Okay? Because of this indecision that was happening once this area was approached, this is an indecision. But also we gain confidence because of the fact that here the price was rejected here. So it gives us the confidence. But let's develop more confidence. Let's go back in history and see, yes, obviously, yes, here it is key. It is key. So we have identified a mini support which is key, which we can only see if we go back in history to ascertain. But if you draw it when you're just there, it may not really give us any meaning. Yeah. So here we can see that, yeah, that second mini support is worthwhile. Okay. Yeah, you see here it was acting as a resistance. You see? So that means it is a key price level where price action respects or reacts to. So we are good. Let's go to the third. Okay, those two can be enough. Let's go to the resistance. We can just decide to pick those two. Okay, so measure the distance there. So let's just bring this to this. So this would be 1.16. So in total, you have roughly about 2% drop. In case the market drops by 2%, you're covered. You know when to buy the first call. You know when the robot will buy the second call. Okay. Then let's go to resistance. I think we don't have any serious mini resistance. I think that there's what we call yoling. The path is very clear. I don't see any serious encounter or rejection. But let's see. Let's just go back and see, because this is where our current price is. This is where our current price is. So we're not yet very sure whether anywhere above this area, if at all we have any possible rejection we are going to encounter. But let's see. Let's see. Can we say around here? It's not very serious, but can we say maybe around here? Can we say this is a rejection? Let me just show us this. Can we say this is a rejection? Can we call this a rejection? This one? Is it above our price or below? Because if it is above, then it is a mini. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see. But if not, we can forfeit that. We can just overlook that and then, yeah, let's see. Okay. If that is, let me just change the color. If it is a resistance, the price is exactly at that point. So it is struggling to either break above or, there's a lot of indecision around that point. There's really a lot of indecision at that point. So it can be a mini resistance, yeah? If it is a mini resistance, if I wanted to enter at current price, I'm not going to enter at current price, but rather I will set a preset. I will enter at a preset, meaning I'll wait for the price to drop here. Where is my writing part? My annotation. I want to show you something. You see where our first support is? That is where I can decide to set my preset. Because I'm seeing it seems it is a resistance. It is a mini one. So two things can happen. I can decide to let me first look for my notation. Okay, it is here. So I can decide to do this. You see where the price is? Our mini resistance is exactly at that point where the price is struggling to break above. So that means it will either build and break successfully or may again drop to this point before building up for a breakout. So I can decide to do two things. I can decide to follow this support line and identify the price there. This is the price I'm going to set as my preset on my robot, meaning I am not going to enter at current price. I'm just going to wait for the price to drop. Okay? Then it buys there, and then I see what happens next. Meaning, if I set this as my preset, that means the distance from here to here, okay, to the second mini support becomes the margin call drop for the first call. But if they happen to enter at current price, that means the distance from my current price to the first support becomes the margin call drop for the first call. Then this other one becomes the margin call drop for the second call. Either way, the choice is yours. Okay, so that is that. So yeah, we have a mini support. It is a mini resistance indeed, because we have seen how the price is struggling to break above. Let's check in history. How has price reacted? Okay. Yeah, it has been respecting it. I can see it has been respecting it. It did that here. Where? It did that here. Yeah. Here also it did it around here. Yeah, so that means it is a key. It can be a key. Yeah, it also did it here. Okay. So yeah, it is indeed a mini resistance. So we cannot just overlook it. Yeah, so those are the two scenarios. In that case, in an attempt to identify our trade entry opportunities, two things: we enter at current price and establish the distance between the current price to the first mini support as the margin call drop for the first call, and then the distance between the first mini support to the second mini support being the margin call drop for the second call. Or we can decide to leave. We can decide not to enter at current price, but enter at a preset price where we are going to take this mini support as our entry point. So that is the 4.031, which is going to be our preset price. Then we measure the distance to that point as being the margin call drop for the first call. Now, if should it continue to go down, we now know we are going to identify our third support, which our third support will be around here. So that means this is our third support. It's just a matter of now measuring that distance, okay? And then we set it as the next margin call drop. That is about there. So you see that there are things that we're not able to see when we were in the 1 hour time frame, but now we can vividly view or look at them in the smaller time frame. We now know where our possible margin call drop for the first call is, the second call is, and for the third call is. Ladies and gentlemen, did I make any sense in as far as the sideways trend line is concerned? Because it's where we're going to stop today, and then we build up on that tomorrow. I don't know, tomorrow being a Friday. Yeah, we shall try in the morning, and then we'll see what happens. with when you're looking at the diagonal trend line in an uptrend and a downtrend. Okay, did that make sense? Did you pick something? Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, okay, thank you very much, thank you. All right, Leader Julius, back to you, please. Back to you, please. Coach Mopiwa, I show you around. Leader, please, you can say a word or two. Yeah, before we can call it a day, just a word or two, Coach Mopiwa, and then we see what happens next. Yeah, if at all there's any question, you can keep it up for tomorrow. It's what we shall start from. Maybe before we end, I will have to have an insight into Acro and also add something on Acro. Yeah, because Leader Julius were trying to talk something about it. So I'll try to analyze and see what happens also, probably if we can. And we'll try to build some confidence on that. So Coach Mopiwa, any word? Okay. Nothing much? Okay. Okay. All right. So just like Leader Julius said, let's first go to Acro because Acro is one coin that let me check on this. Oh man, that's fine. Let's come here. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to see when was the lowest price registered by Acro. Let me just check through history. I want to see where the lowest price was so far, so that we can see. Because I believe that Acro may do about 100 plus before it is delisted. That pump is very vivid, is very possible. Okay, so Acro actually registered the last lowest price. Okay, it was around here. Okay, this was the lowest price so far since it was listed. That means, okay, that means actually it has broken below slightly, okay. So we have this area, okay. Okay. Let me just see. Okay. Now, okay. Normally, what happens is when there's a serious dump, there's what we call market correction. Normally, the market stabilization sets in, and whenever a serious dump happens, there's stabilization. Okay, there's market stabilization. So that we have here for the last two weeks or 1 week or so, there has been a massive dump in Acro because of the news. But now, I don't think you should take yourself as the only person who was within Acro. You know, we have a very big community in the crypto space, and very many people, especially the long-term the long-term hodlers, the big players, the institutional traders, most of them had invested in Acro. And I believe even Binance there was some liquidation, there was some money placed in Acro. That's why you're able to trade and take some profit, right? You're able to take some liquidity. That means because there's money in Acro. So that means Binance will as well not just want to also incur such losses. So there's a possibility of them pumping the coin out, at least to take some profit off also, or at least to cut the loss, just like Leader Julius. So expect some pump. I'm seeing at least very in between today, tomorrow, maybe even 30% gain. And then if it all goes well, maybe to 50 to 100%. So it's not a financial advice, just like Julius always says, but it's something from experience that a coin doesn't just get delisted without at least some people taking profit, or at least all cutting off their losses. So don't be in a panic to sell, right? At least don't be in a panic to sell, because there are people who are going to pump this market. Yeah. Then you will ride on that on that big move. So if you were in some percentage, you can then cut off the loss at least, and maybe incur little. or less, or even come out, depending on how much it will pump. So expect a little pump. Honestly, it is going to pump. So just be monitoring the market keenly from now, from today henceforth. Monitor it, always be checking, because once the pump begins, it is unexpected. Okay, it's really unexpected. So that is what is going to happen. That's the only thing I wanted to add, maybe on what Leader Julius just talked about with regards to acro. So ladies and gentlemen, please allow me end here for today. And God's willing, inshallah, we shall meet tomorrow, same time. That is if I'm not tired, because I'll also be traveling tonight from my city to the capital city to be part of that event that is going to be in Zambia. So for those who will be there, we may meet. Yeah, we may meet, and then we may meet and we share more. But I will be very brief there because I have something to catch up back here as well. So after the event, probably, if I'm not very tired, I may make it back. But if not, then I'll sleep around then, maybe come the following day. But thank you so much. Asanteni sana. Yeah, let's meet tomorrow. Yeah. And so let's meet tomorrow. Bye-bye for now. Coach Mopiwa, happy to have you. And let's end here and see you in the next call. Bye-bye for now. My number is in the community. For those who are in the Crypto Ambassador community, my number is there. I think about 2 lines. If you want it, you can get it from the community. Or just for the consumption of those who may want, which is not really so much. Let me just put it here. +2 5 6 7 8 1 1 3 6 3 2 6. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Yeah. So that's my number, just in case we want some help here and there. That is it. Okay. Please, Coach Mopiwa, we may end the call for now.